Morning, boss. This week's income from the sponsors is cleared, and we're making good profit against our running costs.
Hello, welcome back to Formula 1 20 my team, the episode 32, and it's time to be heading over to Belgium Grand Prix, and we know for my last race, which is Hungary, and unfortunately, obviously, if you've not seen it, go back and watch this one before we continue this episode, but for you that have watched it, that episode absolutely stuck. The car was slow as hell, and I crashed out in lap 7, I think maybe took my ego was too big to be able to try to defend that position, which obviously taught me to have a crash with boss that was it. Obviously I was what to do about it. I got to learn to not to let my ego take control on his defense. Just let him try to fight. He got the inside line, knew that the defense. So I learned my lesson from that one. So now I'm gonna do better. Another thing. So I'm gonna check what spec I can buy. It's got 2.4, which we done for the time relative with Aerial, Chatino. We're gonna do personal with help Theo. Martin, we definitely would like that up to spot 2. I like that. Well, let me check the RD, how many uploads I've got. This one, I think I've got one more upload before we need the one spot 2. I'm happy the whole spot 2 of powertrain and maybe do the ability with BOT, Marty, though we can do the ability or personnel, or I stayed up going to the next race, and because I know the next one does be slammer bright, but I forgot which next race is Mostar, isn't it? It's the Mostar, so it'll be a long slammer bright, because obviously it do have on the computer PC, you should do a bit of a mod where you can have let's say for example, if I Portugal, I can put Portugal into Australia, where Australia is, I can put Portugal there. That's what the mod can do on PC. But unfortunately, to the PS5, we can't do any mod, which I'm obviously quite disappointed. So from Belgium to Italy, it will be, I think, about almost 2 months long, and then another month again before we get to Japan. But after Italy is Singapore, and Singapore is about 2 weeks, I think, and then Japan, so it does be a long summer break. But I think it can work fine for me, and I'm definitely desperate to try to improve. I mean, we're getting a lot of uploads coming in, and they all will come in by the time we get to Italy, that's for sure. So we got to hope we can, try. We got to turn this now when we get to Italy. We can't be 11, we can't. So we need to be P10. So I think if I can do upload or ability, it would be okay for me, because I mean I would rather get the sorted point demolished, but not a fine if I stay up get pay for stability now or personnel 1.2. I'm also planning to keep Theo for a while, so I bet it doesn't hurt if I voted on Theo and personnel. My BOT, I get I'm happy to stay up for others, but do you know what? I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna head over to this weekend. I can't remember ahead. So this is the result so far. For all the so my video is batting me out. I'm gonna turn it off. But my bloody video is batting me out. It's got bloody broken email. But yeah, so the Lewis Hamilton is doing incredibly well so far. In that 35 season to Leclerc and Carlo. But it's obvious that Carlo had an incredible start to the season. And then Leclerc, managed to get better of Carlo, but Hamilton only missed one race with no point, which is Canada, and Charles also missed one race in Silverstone with no point. So they missed that one as well in Silverstone. So I'm going to head over to practice, and I'm going to see you in qualifying. We finished practice, and it was a good practice section. I was P1, and the whole practice until 20 minutes left. Loading sergeant got in the way of my race strategy. He was supposed to pull out, but he compromised my race alarm, and I tried to avoid it, but it was raining in that section. In the practice, it was raining, and I accidentally went back of him. Unfortunately, I took myself here and there. But we're going to be heading over to qualifying. It's going to be a sprint race today, which is going to be a really good one. And the fourth car is going to be absolutely fantastic, which is good. I'm going to short all of it down. But I do feel, when I think the raining section, obviously, in theory, because in instrument tyre, I work better in instrument tyre, but we're going to be going into my period in 20 and then sprint and then long point. I'm going to need to make sure I can do really well, and I don't know if I should change all my pony. You know that, but we got sprint late and then straight at long point, and I felt like I should change all of it. So the gearbox, like, so it took 264 laps to get up 71%, 193 laps to 45%. I feel like maybe I'll do all of it, fresh start. I think I might do that actually, yeah, do that. The LED, just control it slowly, stay the same. Turbocharger, that for the changes, I need more power. Because I really want to do more in a sprint to that, but it's the only time I can actually do better. Or not really, if I do really well in quality, really well in sprint, get a good position from the sprint to apply into the long plane. So I think we should wait and see. That 37% should be okay. It should be, I think that's 37, so it, I think we can stick with 37% to the 8 laps total display, and then when I do the quality, I'm going to do 2 laps each. If I need to choose the, you know what, like to put fresh, and that stay 8%, that's fine. All of it, yep. Right, so I'm gonna go into quality, and I'm hoping to do absolutely really well. And I know that I need to make sure my confidence is there. I'm not gonna, just freestyle a little bit or not. So this startup, I'm actually going to be running with this. So I'm gonna chase that with for instrument tyre. So I'm gonna let me just quickly loan where actually not where it was actually it's my period, but I'm gonna run with this startup, and I should be okay with it. I mean, I should be okay with it. I don't know why 20%, 20 kilo. I'm gonna reduce it, so I'm gonna do 1 run. So I'm gonna put that. So 4 laps. So 1 minute 45 starting that at average. So if I do repost it, I should be okay, and yeah, I think I should be okay with this one. So I'm gonna pop out and do my third one with all brand new startup, brand new component. So I'm gonna do my third one, and I will see you at the end of the third one. just the quality. It's my goodness. It blew my mind. Wonderful fact that I've done a P14. I mean, I found, but today, lost a little control. Can't remember where it was. When I don't pass the road up the hill and then got to that corner as I drove down the last start going into the left. I lost a little control of it to the car was too quick. I think like it blew my mind that bit. I mean, I love Belgium Grand Prix. It's one of my favourite Grand Prix because everything absolutely pacing. But obviously the part in the Belgium was the nose bit. It's quite dangerous, of course, but so obviously I'm gonna go out and do my second one. So I'm 90 right now, and I think I'm gonna do a second one right now. I'm gonna do my third. You know, so I really want to take the 2-2. I miss being 2-2, so I'm gonna pop out now. I'm gonna do second one, and then you will see me maybe, and maybe. I think maybe I can wait to 6 minutes and then go out and do back-to-back laps. But that means the fuel is going to be an issue. You know what, let's talk about how I'm doing my second run. I was thinking at the end of the second run.
We've only got 2 laps of...
Unfortunately, that second run was bad, and I just slid back out quickly for the first tire on, so stay out there. I'm gonna do better this time, I hope, so I'm gonna do my third one. I was seeing you at the end of the third one. Never mind about that. I was too late. Never mind. I'm bloody too late. Oh, for God's sake. Maybe I should have done back-to-back one. Oh, gosh, I don't know my lesson now. Oh, piss. I still tell you, I'm not bothered. I'm not gonna try. I'm just gonna do more in spray and get myself back in the good position. So Hamilton P1, Pierre P2, and Lando P3. About the P4, how do you really well? Better than me. But I'm gonna head over to spray and then I'm gonna try to do better in the sprint like the expectation obviously in P22, so I'm definitely really I can do different one stop tyre. Might work, I think we can run stop tyre depending what the options will give it to me, and I'm gonna try and see if I can, you know, get my start in good position. Obviously, I would want to finish nothing about in sprint like P22. I will have to finish P13, P14, and then I'm playing finishing points. I mean, the maximum I would love to is finish P1 in sprint for sure, but we can't really put myself too high up. So I'm gonna do my practice, and then I will see you in the sprint race. And at the end of the long point.
Welcome to today's sprint. This is shaping up to be another fantastic weekend. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. A fantastic effort from Pierre Gasly yesterday puts him on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Perez, Hamilton, Russell, Ocon, Sainz, Verstappen, Albon, Leclerc, Magnussen, Drugovich, Bottas, Oscar Piastri, Joe, Sonoda, Hulkenberg, De Vries, Sargent, Liam Lawson, Theo Pourchaire, and the owner-driver rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Now, it's going to take that to tracked on to sprint day of Belgium, and it's going to be 8 laps. Obviously, we know how long it is, like 1 minute 45 seconds to complete a lap. And obviously, we started P22, so we had really bad qualifying section, which is, you know, it's a time might not work for it. I mean, we know that obviously I spoke about when I got into the sprint, I will try my best to see if I can jump up to maximum, which is like P40, P13, and hopefully we can do a really good job about how we done in the way. So obviously we get those two lined up to our lead, and we know Theo Pourchaire so far he's in the really third late with the Honda, so he's done pretty well, but obviously I would like him to do better. So we're gonna be getting those at the 5 late line, and he is away we go with Pierre Gasly P1 with the absolute banner star. Lando is now P2, Sergio P3, and we dive down on the inside to overtake for P16, and we gave a room for Bottas, who's also at my rival, and we're up to P15 now. So I'm really happy about how big dive bomb and managed to pull off. And we on board with Sergio further down and started to try to deep and gain time palette gain time on Gasly. But Gasly obviously somehow pulled an incredible start for the Alpine. So really good race for Pierre Gasly, and palette obviously it looks like he's doing a better job than Max Verstappen has been doing the last couple of races, which is a bit of a weird moment in this season, because obviously we would expect Max to come out on top and dominate again to Palais, and Palais is obviously his second rival, which is his second teammate to Max. But for some reason it's not like that. Palais is doing a better job than Max so far. And I know Matt had really good start this season, so it's a bit weird. Had obviously went a bit too wide, almost invited Bottas in, but I pulled off with a defense move to prevent him from overtaking me. Obviously it's now P15 on medium tyre, and the car I had nearly 1 second, and I knew I don't have what it takes to be able to catch the car ahead. Because the only thing I can rely on, as I see, I nearly crashed into Magnussen. I done like a massive dive bomb, going all the way to at the end of the tour of Apex, to dive bomb there. Pulled off a good move on Magnussen, done the same thing with Tonona, as I taken P13. So I'm doing a really good job on dive bomb. Obviously the reason why it's good is because this tyre I've got it's warmed up now, and I couldn't dive bomb all the time with it, but if you dive bomb on a really bad tyre, you're not going to be able to succeed it. I remember last season in Belgium when I dive bomb and nearly took George or Hamilton out of the way, and I got in trouble for that. That's basically what it should be if I have a really bad tyre on wear. So over the lap 5, we still stay the same in P13, but I'm defending against the Tanuki Tonona at the zone on the outside and on the inside, making that defense try to keep P13 from me, as I overpowered him on the turn and taken back the position that I rightfully deserve. So drop P13, obviously we know there's a massive difference between AlphaTauri and NSW in terms of aerial and powertrain. I'm 3rd and 4th or 5th. In the powertrain, Tonona is lower, like bottom I think, and aerial I'm like 6th, but aerial compared to AlphaTauri. And obviously Snooty is still trying to make a move. I mean, the pace on the AlphaTauri today is absolutely terrible compared to mine. My pace is no good. The only thing came out on top of that pace of mine is the dive bomb. That's it. That's the only thing came good of it. And Muti is down on the outside, on the right side. He tried to make a move on me, and he banged into my rear, my side part, my rear front wing. He banged into it. Obviously, he caused it a bit of a damage, and obviously, to be fair, should I do from a room? Yes, maybe I should have done from a room, but I'm putting the defense on with the elbow out, basically telling him to pull away from the same position at the onboard, and Jordan Russell chasing down Ferrari and Lando Norris. Two bushes man are doing at it, and now the right and left hander, and George obviously got his weaker car than Ferrari, but he still managed to get a good racing line, and then to be able to make it work again to Lando. And obviously don't forget I've got front wing damage, and it obviously does affect my performance here. Magnussen is on the outside onto the right hander. He's now ahead of me, but don't forget that I've got the hat's actually better in terms of power, but he's still doing acting wheel to wheel. But I know how to defend really well, which is obviously since I got damaged, I'm not afraid to push the car out of the track. Obviously legally, like do it properly, not illegal, get penalty for it or something. But obviously I'm very grateful with my defense. You can say my defense method is very orthodox. It's a bit weird, a bit dangerous, like Max Verstappen or something. Obviously I'm comparing myself to Max or something, but Pierre Gasly come home P1 in split like with Sergio Perez coming home P2, and I forgot who George Russell is in it, coming home P3, and really good day for Pierre Gasly. He started P1, finished P1, can he still keep the same performance as they going into the Grand Prix on Sunday? So obviously the Alpine is improving a lot more. I don't even know where Ocon actually finishes, and need to find out where he finishes. So it's a pretty good day for the Alpine, and definitely a big jump for me to get up to P30, which I'm very happy. I wish I had done better as I got the other day, which is, you know, the good thing really is it's pretty good day, I think. So
then, it's time to
so
see
like
how
now
this
with
result
the
affects the
now
Drivers'
you
Championship.
can look
It's
at Gasly and Perez draw, so Ocon P7, so Ocon is on top, well Porsche 20 and P13, and we are ahead of AlphaTauri, which is the good news. This touchful, but obviously we know that I'm P11 construction standing. We won't be finishing more races ahead of AlphaTauri to be able to get P10, but we are targeted to finish P10, so we're gonna hope for that to happen.
Welcome to this visit to the Ardennes countryside. Spa-Francorchamps hosted its first Grand Prix back in 1925, and this historic track is loved by drivers and fans alike, and us here in the commentary box too. So it's a warm welcome from the Belgian Grand Prix. Spa-Francorchamps then, a historic 19-corner circuit with a lap distance of 4.35 miles. There's over 100 metres of elevation change here, and with long stretches of the lap spent flat out, a good top speed will be vital for success. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. A fantastic effort from Pierre Gasly yesterday puts him on pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Norris, Hamilton, Ocon, Leclerc, Sainz, Albon, Drugovich, Joe, the owner driver, Oscar Piastri, De Vries, Bottas, Hulkenberg, Liam Lawson, Sargent, Theo Pourchaire, Magnussen, Verstappen, and Yuki Tsunoda. With preparations almost complete, Let's head down to the track. Also here, of course, is Anthony Davidson. We should talk about Williams. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
So we now get ready to prepare for Belgium Grand Prix official Sunday night, and I'm looking strategy to see if I can stop too hard. That I'm wanting to be able to do undercuts, some shorter strategy. Obviously I now lower my fuel, and I did remember that, but obviously it's only 22 laps, and if you lower it too much, but obviously there's loads of high speed and top of the toilet, I need to be able to make sure I put maybe an extra lap at the precaution. Obviously I can't do anything about shooting or something if there's a red flag or shake me car or something, but I thought maybe I should put extra lap of fuel. It will obviously help with terms of if I end up wasting too much of fuel throughout the day. And obviously I decided to go to stop the medium, which is additional setup. Obviously right now I'm P12, and that due to the Todd Matt had got penalty. So I've got basically won 3 position up to P12, which is good. I'm happy about it. Planning to be able to make a good jump. Obviously the expected going into the lane is practically finish high as I can, which is P11, preferably P9, so from P11 to P9, those times, those points should be okay. So it's 5 race light, and it's underway for Belgium Grand Prix. Prepare that to still do the same thing with the absolute fantastic star for the Alpine, as you see me coming down next to Leclerc on the next to him for P8. Well, so really 2 star overtook 12, 11, 10, 9, 4 car, 3 car for P8. We now in standing position with Aston Martin. George Russell trying to overtake Perez as I dive down the inside to be able to try to get P7 as that overpowered him on the racing line to take P7 from Leclerc. So really nice dive bomb to take that position, and obviously I had ability to be able to do it early on because my stop tyre is obviously instantly ready to be able to exit in, as I obviously exceeded track limit. It's the thing that I'll do now. For some reason, I exceed track limit. It's bloody annoying. I'm still trying to figure out how to stop doing it. And I know that I had to be gentle on the acceleration, braking those and everything. But we've got quite a lot of a car on medium, and I'm assuming the back roller and also rally on stop. And the front roller and rally on medium, as you see on the standing. And Leclerc is now pulling it up on the left side. She's the move done on me, and I'm now in his slipstream to try to overtake him, but the speed was so unbearable that I nearly lost control of the car as I dive bomb again on Leclerc to take the position back for P7. And I'm hoping that, P7 is obviously exceeded the expectation of what I wanted. So I'm very happy that I'm able to get to P7, and it's been like 4 laps that I'm be able to the event on P7. Although I think new time with the car ahead, but Leclerc is consciously try to combat him. As he's doing the same thing on this, basically in this specific sector, he's constantly doing the same thing, but he gets to be able to be in my slipstream and try to overtake. But the only thing about most of the AI, when you start to the bit, that there's a certain corner, it's barely even a corner, it's the part of a track that you can accelerate so much and you won't even have a problem with. Quite a lot of the AI do instinctively brake early. I don't even brake, I just steadily do it. You don't even need the brake. And Leclerc now got the overtake done with the other. At this time, I told you the way I did about it, it was just too overpowered for me at the moment. We're not Aston Martin really hard in performance car. And Philippe wasn't now going to do the same thing that Leclerc done. But this time, I mean, in hit slipstream, as I really got close. Let go of the acceleration to be able to not to hit in the back of his car, not to get the damage as I bump into the tyre, not spin the car, but losing a little control of the car. Which obviously tries to shut if I got damage, but they mark my engine to caught over my can't really do, but they with no damage with the good news and Alton. He now going to overtake John Russell down the straight after the load, so we got the overtake done, and we got Nello flat somewhere down in this hangar. So we got Nello flat. I don't know who did I know at the moment, but we're just coming up, and it looks like it's Pierre Gasly that's been DNF. That's a real shame. He qualified P1 on pole, finished the sprint late in P1, starting in the start point P1, and unfortunately finished it DNF. That's a really shame for Pierre Gasly. He was going to have a really good day, but unfortunately he DNF way too early. Lap 8, it's too early for him to DNF, but you know, it will happen. But the news of the DNF is obviously Metallic failure, and Albon now overtook my position for P7. And obviously we got 3 positions to go up 1 position, and I'm not locked control, but had a wobble as I dive down on the inside before the last corner, and I've got more for technician. It's a bit weird. I don't really think I've made a contact with Albon, so it's a bit weird one that the corner have a technician. I know that I dive down clear. Just short, no contact, but for some reason there was a contact. So before we headed in lap 10, Philippe done the move on me, and I now obviously lots of position, done a bit too wide, come back to the track, and towards the technician because it was my pit. I was supposed to the pit, but I got so overconfident that I went off the track, came in, and I clocked. And literally forgot I was supposed to pit. As soon as I got off the track, I realised I need the pit. And I went into Philippe Bosnich. I got the second penalty for that, and I'm not complaining. But I know that penalty for a season track limit. But I'm not complaining with the fact that I done that. It was my fault. I was stupid. I should not done that. I should be calm and just do another lap and go in. And we now got the restart done. And I just debriefed it there before we got to this point. JTO is P1, Alton is P2, and I'm now right behind Carlo, and I practically overpowered him through the road. But most of it will brake, little like gentle brake. I don't brake for nothing. I should accelerate so much. And obviously I got the move on Carlo for P7, which is I'm very happy. But Carlo is a Ferrari, and Ferrari is clearly the fastest car in mine. So obviously lap 14, Max Verstappen, obviously we know he's been got penalty to the P21, and he's now up to P12. He tried to get wheel to wheel with Liam Lawton, but Liam Lawton is on William, who is a member of the Red Bull family, and he now got the overtake back from Max Verstappen during lap 15. Carlo is going to go on the inside to get the move done, and he banged into my wheel. No damage, which is good. But I thought that was a bit unfair because you can't, I mean, you're allowed to get contact with some with a car. I mean, it's racing after all, it's racing, so it's normal. But I was not happy because he got that move done where I couldn't even do anything about it. Because I got underbody, I think that's what it's called, underbody damage. which is a shame, and Albon, he tried to get the move done, but I was, be very sticky with it, like try to not and let him get the overtake done, and be on board with Ocon lap 16 getting move done on Sergio Perez to take P1, and I think that's his first time 600 back in 2021 when he can't track the number. I don't know if I had P1 last season in the game, I'm not sure, and Carlo got the move, and this time I did not want to fight back, but I was going to lose time, so don't forget, since I got 3 second penalty, if I fight too much, I will lose basically P10, and Albon got the move done, and now he overtook me, and obviously with the underbody, my performance, it basically out the window, as I had to brake too much before I got off the track, and this time I practically gave up, but the pace that I've got, it practically done with the underbody I've got, and Ocon, so I span Ocon on P1, Perez on P2, and Lando I think on P3, and I got so much wobble, the reason why now this Dexter and Max Verstappen had got damage on him, and I nearly spin the car now, having like a pinball moment with everybody on the track, dive down to get P9, although it doesn't even matter, but I've got penalty, detection penalty for if you the track limit, the top of lap to go, which I was absolutely furious. I've now got P19. It was pit tight of course, and Max Verstappen won rather of the day. I don't think he deserves it. It should be Ocon.
What a great race then, and a magnificent victory here at the Belgian Grand Prix. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race.
As we know, Ocon P1, Perez P2, and George is P3. So it was a really good day for the Alpine. Paired that to the top P1 and pole and sprint day. Ocon has got, I would say, even better result than Pierre Gasly, and he won the long point, and I'm not quite sure if that was his statute long point win 800 in 2021. I can't remember if he won any in last season in the game, so I need to find that one out. But unfortunately, it was a really bad day for my team, for our team, and obviously I'm quite annoyed, but I mean, what can you do about it? Really, I was reckless when it come to in lap 10, wasn't it? When I got off the track and came back to the track, instantly and poured damage and brought out the car. So obviously it was quite disappointing performance. It was, I think I was the part of it with mine to blame, but I was being reckless with it, and I mean, if this single episode I always say I perform that this time I do better, and every single time I shit doesn't work out, so I'm just doing the verse technology which is going to be, I'm going to do bad next race, and hopefully that'll help me out or something. But we know we're going to be heading into a stomach break to head over to most at one point, which is, I'm hoping it's going to be really good, and we're going to have an update coming in soon. So I'm hoping we definitely will get it. Obviously I had to do it, get the update in again. So I'm gonna end it here. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, and peace out.